in our days, 'cause I found God.
First to welcome you to the inaugural one-ton tournament held here in the Gypsy Joe Arena. This is a special night for the 8 competitors in the back, plus you guys here, because we've seen wrestling change a lot over the last year and a half, 2 years. We've seen a revolution in women's wrestling. We've seen a revival in tag team wrestling. We've seen cruiserweights soar to new heights, and tonight we start the rebirth of the super heavyweights, a group of men who have been kind of left aside for the people flying around the ring and the beauty of women's wrestling and everything else. Tonight we see mastodons step into a reinforced ring and beat the living hell out of each other. At this time, I want to introduce to you all the 8 competitors in this tournament. So they will, guys, if you would please come on out, we'll introduce you to the entire crowd.
Go Red!
All right, we make our way around the ring. Let's start first with the man everybody here in the building knows, Yukon Jack. Superstar Ray Waddell. A mixed reaction at best there. Chris Mack. Bull Bronson. Jeremiah Plunkett. Buzzed Up. Heavy D. And hiding in the back behind me here, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Danny Copus. And this is the prize they are fighting for, the inaugural one-ton tournament trophy, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is heavy. Just like every single competitor around the ring tonight. This can bash in your skull, and so can any one of these men out here. So ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to the competitors in tonight's tournament as they make their way to the back to prepare for their first round matches. You know, the great thing about this show tonight is no 2 of these wrestlers can fit into an elevator at the same time because this exceeds the maximum weight capacity. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're glad you're all here. How many people bought streamers? All right, so when the guys come out, when your favorite superstar makes their way out, you can throw the streamers before the match or after the matches. Please don't throw them during the match because it's just awkward. It's a mess to clean up, and the refs don't want to clean up anything else than they have to. So, are you guys ready for tonight's show? I mean, seriously, I can't hear you. Are you guys ready? All right, seriously, I can't hear you. Yukon sat on my head a few weeks ago and busted my eardrum, so you gotta scream really loud. Are you guys ready for tonight's show? Well, that being said, my not quite super heavyweight self will get out of the ring and we'll get this show underway with our first match.
'Cause I
first match in the one-ton tournament. In the corner to my left, weighing in at 420 pounds, from the Jungle Village, the massive, aggressive, concussive Chris Mack. And in the corner to my right, weighing in at 420 pounds, from Evansville, Indiana, accompanied by the Flamingo, Buzz Dog! And your referee, Ricky Bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is JP Dangerously, and I'm joined by my broadcast partner,
Righteous Jesse from the Kick Out of 2 podcast.
and we are here at the 2016 one-ton tournament in Tullahoma, Tennessee. This is first round action with Buzzed Up with the Flamingo in his corner, taking on the massive, aggressive concussion, Chris Mack.
I've never heard of a man being addressed as concussive before. That's terrifying.
I really think it was a play on letters. It spells out Mac. See, he did his homework. Both men weighing in at 420 pounds tonight. We have former TNA referee Ricky Bell officiating the action, and looks like we've got a collar and elbow struggle around the ring.
He really rode that 5 count.
Now you've got to think the experience advantage goes to Buzzed Up. Buzzed Up has been in this profession over 20 years. Chris Mack, a relative newcomer to the wrestling industry. However, I do think we need to give the agility edge by far to Chris Mack, known for his moonsault, known for his shooting star press. He's an extremely agile, big man, and he wants to make a name for himself and do that in this year's one-ton tournament.
I think he's off to a good start. If he can get past Buzzed Up, he'll definitely make a name for himself.
Buzzed Up looking to slow that agility advantage down with a headlock. Chris Mack shooting Buzz off. Big shoulder tackle, and Buzzed Up is off his feet, and that's something that hasn't been done in quite some time. It's hard to knock a big man like that down.
Yeah, he got buzzed down on the first attempt.
Buzzed Up doing what most bad guy wrestlers do and taking a powder. Chris Mack trying to get these fans of Tullahoma, Tennessee behind him. He is a newcomer to Tullahoma, Tennessee. I don't think he has ever been in the Gypsy Joe Arena. Buzzed Up is a kind of a veteran of the Gypsy Joe Arena. He held the SWF Heavyweight Championship for, he likes to brag, over 400 days.
And I'd just like to point out that crowd at the Gypsy Joe Arena can be rather tough if they don't know you.
Yeah, but it seems like that they're taking to Chris Mack either because they like Chris Mack or they really hate Buzzed Up.
I want to say that they really like Chris, but I feel like they really hate Buzz.
Yeah, and I'm sure having the Flamingo around ringside is not exactly going to endure Buzzed Up to the fans. Now, like I said, this is the inaugural one-ton tournament. We want to thank SWF in Tullahoma, Tennessee for agreeing to host this tournament. We had, as you can see, we had a good turnout. The crowd didn't know what to expect, but they're really getting into the action, and we've got a test of strength in the middle of the ring.
It's going to be one of the more evenly matched tournaments that you'll see. All these guys relatively close to the same size.
Yeah, this is definitely a pretty equal match. Height and weight is pretty negligible. I think Chris Mack has a slight height advantage on Buzzed Up. Everybody in this tournament is over 300 pounds. That was a prerequisite to be included. And it looks like the younger, taller Chris Mack is using that height advantage to just bring Buzz up and bring Buzz down with the Greco-Roman knuckle lock.
Buzz has to find a way out of this.
And that's an easy way to get out of a test of strength. Just kick the guy in the gut.
Might not be pretty, but it's effective.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see that a lot in this tournament tonight. The big super heavyweights of wrestling, a lot of the stuff they do may not be pretty, but it's rough and tumble, and it's effective without a doubt.
Buzzed Up on
big
his feet
back
again.
heel trap. As I said earlier, buzzed up, not used to being taken off his feet.
It's definitely different to see.
Big right hand by Chris Mack, followed by another, and he's taking him into the corner.
I imagine that feels like a hammer straight to the temple.
I imagine you're right. And these shoulders to the gut on a big guy are really hard. There's really nowhere for them to go. Sometimes a guy can slip between the ropes and take a little of that pressure off, but when you're this big, it's impossible to fit between those ropes.
Oh, Mac, he's firing up.
And big splash.
That's a staggered.
He's still up. He's still up. And he's down.
Count of 2.
Referee Ricky Bell on top of the action. Chris Mack looking surprised that the finger poke of doom didn't seal the deal for buzzed up.
Again, it may not be pretty. Sometimes it may not be effective, but it's always worth a shot.
And we've got our first chin lock of the evening.
Looks like Buzz is praying to the heavens.
Oh, he switched knees. I don't know. I don't quite know if that changed anything or that knee was just a little tender being in the back of Buzz. Is Buzz playing to the fans?
It seems like it. The fans seem to be very strongly behind Buzz, which is kind of throwing me off here.
Yeah, especially since 3 minutes before they were strongly against him.
That's that tell on the crowd, though. If they don't know you, they might just flop on you.
Buzz fighting off this rear chin lock. Couple elbows and
back down.
Pulled him down by that sweet Carney Club t-shirt.
I wonder where you can find that.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, it looked like Chris Mack was going for that shooting star press and aborted midair. Turned into a high angle senton, but I'm not sure who got the worst of that. Buzz kicked out at 2, and Chris Mack is standing. That's 420 pounds on the back of his neck. Buzz is in the corner, and
I'm in absolute shock.
This doesn't look like a good space for buzzed up. Chris Mack's lining up for something.
Oh, right on the back of his neck again.
Yeah, he's not doing the back of his neck or the back of his head any favors. He went for that steamroller in the corner and ate nothing but corner. Buzzed up barely avoided that.
The wily veteran.
And you got to think, the back of his head and his neck are screwed. I mean,
he might have a concussion after that shooting star attempt.
It is now the massive aggressive concussion, Chris Mack. And a bonsai drop right in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, and that seals the deal for Buzzed Up. Buzzed Up will move on to the second round of the 2016 one-ton tournament.
I found God.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your second contest of the evening. In the corner to my left, weighing in at 436 pounds, from Lewisburg, Tennessee, Heavy D. And in the corner to my right, weighing in at svelte, 216 pounds on his left side. And then 210 pounds on his right side, from Tullahoma, Tennessee, Yukon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're off to a quick start. Heavy D, who is a replacement for Farmer Billy Hills out of Lewisburg, Tennessee, jumping Yukon Jack, and well, that got cut short with a quick lariat.
Jack was not having it.
Jack, you can see, still chewing the popcorn he ate on his way to the ring.
Of course he is. It's the best concessions you can have right there in Tullahoma, Tennessee.
Did Yukon Jack just attempt a drop kick?
I think Yukon Jack just attempted a drop kick.
That's the damnedest thing I've ever seen. Well, Heavy D's down. Yukon's hitting the ropes, and oh my God, that is the craziest looking senton I've ever seen. James Stoner makes a count. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Heavy D, like I said, he was an alternate for the absent farmer Billy Hills, and
didn't have enough time to prepare for Yukon Jack.
I don't think he does much preparing for anything in life. But your winner and going on to the second round, Yukon Jack.
Days 'cause I found God.
Introducing first in the corner to my left, weighing in at 404 pounds, from Chicago Heights, Illinois, Bull Bronson! And introducing to the corner to my right, weighing in at 301 pounds, from Lick Skillet, Kentucky, Danny Colpass! Your referee is Rob Knight.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with more first round action. Big Bull Bronson versus Danny Kopis. Danny Kopis was a replacement for the absent, I'll say, Lee Byford in the tournament. And I do want to give it to Danny right now. Danny is wrestling with a surgically repaired hand that was actually repaired the day before this tournament. Unfortunately, his first round opponent is Bull Bronson.
No, I don't want to be that commentator, but so far this is the match that has the biggest size difference. So I can't fully agree with you. I don't believe that the hand was operated on. I think he's got something under that tape. And I don't blame him.
You may be right. It may be loaded, but he hasn't had an opportunity to find that out yet because Bull Bronson is just on him. And, well, if it's loaded, he's using the wrong hand. He's throwing rights against Bull. Bull's just all over Danny. Danny's just barely making weight at 301 pounds.
I think he's regretting that decision right now.
Yeah, there's over a 100-pound weight difference here. Again, Danny, you can't count him out. You can't count his heart out because he did take this extremely last second, knowing he had an injured hand. But man, Bull Bronson is just dominating.
He's just a tough guy.
Yeah, straight out of the mean streets of Chicago Heights, Illinois. And Bull's going straight after that hand. It looks like it may be a legitimate injury. I mean, there's no plaster cast. It looks like it's just wrapped in ace bandage. So this may not be a loaded forearm.
Jesus, it looked like he just ran into a refrigerator.
Well, going on a weight and size scale, he pretty much did just run into a refrigerator. Bull Bronson's definitely a favorite in this tournament. He's a mean guy. He's the current Outlaw Wrestling Heavyweight Champion going into this, and a back chop, really. What a dick.
That is a major dick move.
And there's Bronson right back on that injured left hand, arm, forearm. I'm not sure where the injury lies. It looks like he has 2 or 3 fingers that are taped together, so I'm assuming hand.
Either way, that's been targeted. It's like a shark smelling blood.
And now 400 pounds again, just right on that surgically repaired hand. He may have had that surgery prematurely. He may be going in for a second round.
I just need to get him one of those prosthetic hands after this one. Just cut your losses.
Danny Kopis usually not a fan favorite here in the Gypsy Joe Arena from what I've been told, but maybe it's pity, maybe it's a size difference, maybe
Bull's just that mean.
Maybe people are just scared of Bull. He's just really taking it to Danny Kopis, and these fans, I mean, they're very sympathetic to the cause. Oh, Danny's going to have to do something offensively, or this is going to be over quick.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't see this going much longer unless Bull just prolongs it.
I'm a man that can admit my mistakes, and I'm starting to agree with you. Maybe that hand is not loaded. Maybe he actually did have surgery on that.
Danny's trying to mount some sort of comeback. I mean, he's trying to line the massive Bronson off his feet, but he just gets a big boot for his efforts.
He had Bull rocking, but he couldn't get him down.
Bull going again after that injured hand, and he's barring it. And he's pulling apart the fingers. I don't know what was surgically repaired. I don't know if it was the bones in the hand connected to the fingers. I don't know what, but Bull's going straight after that. Submission wrestling, not the forte, but it's working. It just worked for Bull Bronson.
I was just about to say, at what point is it just not worth it?
Bull holding on to that and going on to the next round. Bull Bronson in dominant fashion.
Showed no mercy whatsoever.
Let's give a shout out to Danny Copas. He showed up and he tried, but in injury size difference, he just wasn't able to pull it out. Your winner, Bull Bronson.
Days 'cause I found God.
Anywhere but Tullahoma, Tennessee, superstar Ray Waddell! And in the corner to my right, weighing in at 303 pounds, from Tater Peeler, Tennessee, the Grizzled White Boy!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the final match of the first round of the 2016 One-Ton Tournament. We have your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, Ray Waddell.
Superstar Ray Waddell.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get all the gimmick names in there. And the Grizzled White Boy, Jeremiah Plunkett, wearing his best rollerball Rocco singlet.
I was going to say, that's new.
Yeah, it looks like it was something he had stored away for a rainy day or a male custom match. I'm not sure which it was. But Jeremiah Plunkett getting cheers in the Tullahoma, Tennessee audience. They do not like Ray Waddell, and looks like his manservant, Cortland Moore.
I think that's a good way to put it.
He's got something hanging up.
Interesting way to get in the ring.
I think he was trying to mock the way Jeremiah Plunkett gets in the ring, but he did it horribly wrong. Cortland Moore has something hanging off the edge of his vest. Oh no, that's not a string, that's his arm.
He's backing up.
Yeah, something about pie-facing Plunkett doesn't seem like a good idea. Plunkett is one of the better-known strikers on the Tennessee independent scene. And racing's more into getting these fans trying to chant "Ray is God," and as any typical Southern independent crowd, chanting "Ray is gay."
They'll do that.
There's actually some technical wrestling. I think this is the first bit of chain wrestling we've seen in the tournament.
Jeremiah Plunkett taking Ray Waddell off his feet.
And he's scissoring the arm of Ray Waddell in between his knees, got the toe behind the shoulder, Ray's on the ropes.
I like to call that the phantom chair. Ooh.
God, he just fell back on the mat, sending his leg full. Okay, I just heard the ref. The ref and Plunkett were discussing. Plunkett said, "You said break it." So he fell back and attempted to break the arm, and the ref had to.
The ref has to specify
that it was the rope and not the arm. Plunkett's not that stupid. I think Plunkett's trying to have a little fun with Ray Waddell, but he might want to get his head in the game. Ray Waddell, a very accomplished wrestler, wrestling for IWA Mid-South, very good at what he does.
He's also he's tangled with some big names recently, such as Rhino up at WWE.
Yeah, I've seen him in the ring with Matt Hardy. Some more technical wrestling. Plunkett brings him back down again, working on that arm. Has him in a hammerlock. He's got that arm scissored again with his legs.
You think he's going to try to break it?
He's clarifying that he's not on the ropes, and yeah, there was another attempt to break Ray Waddell's arm. I guess he must have watched that last match with Bull Bronson and Danny Kopis.
Not letting go of the arm. Smart man. Take a body part and stick with it. Oh.
And now the strikes begin. I had a feeling the technical wrestling wouldn't last long between these two. I don't know if that was a right hand or an elbow right to the jawline of Ray Waddell from Plunkett.
Either way, you can definitely get a connection on it. Ray Waddell fires back.
Here comes that spit palm.
Put some stank on it.
That Jushin Liger palm strike with a little extra loogie to make it really sting.
Jushin Loogie?
Jushin Loogie. I wouldn't before, but I will now. Chop from Waddell. These guys are just going to trade and beat the crap out of each other, it looks like. Plunkett's lining him up for his shot.
Waddell told him to fire off.
Plunkett looked away for just a second, gets cut off, and yeah, calling Plunkett an idiot. He did take a bit too long with that last strike. He really wanted to line it up, possibly see if he can get him with that knockout right hand that Plunkett's kind of known for.
I feel like that's on a t-shirt.
It may be. Probably one you can find at ProWrestlingTees.com with the Jeremiah Plunkett. And there's a left hand from Ray Waddell. Ray Waddell is southpaw, something you don't see a lot, so that might have Plunkett a bit off his game.
So there's something you gotta switch your game up to.
Yeah, when you're constantly looking for the strike to come from the other side, and there's the string being Cortland Moore just wrenching on the neck of Jeremiah Plunkett.
Come on, ref, turn around.
He's putting all 87 pounds behind that.
I feel like Cortland Moore would be a toothpick for most of these men.
And there's a spinal tap. We were talking about dick moves earlier. That's one.
Yes, primo dick move right there from Ray Waddell.
Look at Plunkett kicking out with fire, looking like a white meat baby face, especially with the singlet. And he's biting him. Yeah, he's not enduring himself to the fans. Boot to the foot.
Big boot.
And there's the great fans of Telehome's Tennessee walking right in front of the camera. Fans, we apologize for that. They're not used to TV tapings in this building. There's a right hand, followed by a chop. Right hand. Eye poke.
Gotta love the eye poke.
Roddy Piper special. Bring him to the corner. Looks like Plunkett's getting a few receipts for a couple of those blows earlier.
Gotta stay on Ray though.
Catches the boot and knee to the face. That'll cut off a comeback really quick.
Yep, Ray is no slouch. He knows when to strike. And these two have met before, isn't that correct?
Oh, no, actually, this is first time meeting. They've been on several shows together, my research shows, but the first time meeting in the ring.
Ray's determined, like a cult leader, to get these people to call him God.
Yeah, I don't get Ray's obsession with being a god, but we've got a cravat working on the neck of Plunkett. Ray's been known to use quite a few different maneuvers, one being a gonzo bomb or a power driver, I believe it's also called, to finish somebody off. So maybe he's trying to soften him up for that, and he got a knee lift right to the jaw. Yeah, Plunkett's known around Tennessee for knocking guys out. Ray Waddell is known for just wrestling with reckless abandon. Whoa, that seemed to wake Plunkett up.
I mentioned that reckless abandon. I wonder if we'll see his infamous flaboo dive.
Flaboo dive.
You're not familiar with that one?
I am not, but I'll be anxious to see it if it does happen.
There's the return of the eye poke.
Yeah, nothing cuts off a series of chops in the corner like a couple fingers in the eye. Ray's been taking a lot of quick shots, sends Plunkett in, big back elbow. And Ray Waddell is definitely down with the Brown.
Call back to D'Lo Brown. Gotta respect that one.
Of course, former European champion D'Lo Brown from, I think, every country in Europe at one point or another.
Sounds about right. Master of the chest protector as well.
Yes, very much so. It's because he played softball. He was a catcher. Ray looking like he's going for an elbow strike, rolling elbow, duck. There it is, double A spine buster.
Beautiful spine buster.
Plunkett needs to capitalize. Took a lot of offense, a lot of shots to the head. Let's see what he can do.
Very proud of Plunkett for hooking the leg.
Yeah, hook the outside leg at that. Trying to put all his weight, just over 300 pounds, 303 pounds for this tournament. These guys are pretty evenly matched in weight, 303 versus 308. Of course, there is that hook, that other 87 pounds on the outside of the ring that's been bit of an issue. And Plunkett was going for that KTFO punch, and got hooked into a diamond cutter, RKO, ace crusher, whatever you want to call it. But it only got him a 2 count.
I really don't like when I can't see that Corbin Moore character. You never know what he's up to.
Well, he's just standing behind the ring post. He's there, I promise.
It's like Slenderman. Thinner, maybe?
Thinner. Yes.
What's Ray looking at here? Climbing those ropes.
Ray's been known to fly. He's one of the most high-flying guys. Maybe it's that flaboosh that you were speaking of.
Oh!
He went full Hardy Boy.
He went for the swanton
hand motion and everything. Big fan of the Attitude Era. We saw a D'Lo Brown leg drop. Hardy Boys.
I do appreciate this callback.
Plunkett comes, hooks him up. Might do that pile driver. And dropped him right on his head. This is it. Nobody kicks out of the pile drop.
Is he wearing a vest without a shirt?
He's wearing a vest without a chest. Went for a shot. He broke up that pinfall. He just saved the match for Ray Waddell. Plunkett looks like he's going to deck him. The ref's begging him not to. The fans are begging him too.
KTFO on the way.
Plunkett lowers his hand. Yeah, he split the uprights. Yeah, dick move. Definitely literal. Yes, literal dick move. Plunkett's getting back in the match. Let's see if he can capitalize. Waddell's up.
Oh!
Giant rolling elbow. Floors Plunkett.
Talk about a connection.
Ray Waddell going up for Vader Bomb. A moonsault?
Ray Waddell does have a beautiful moonsault. Oh!
He nailed all of that upper body. He hooked both legs. Plunkett just can't kick out.
That's it. Ray Waddell advances.
Jeremiah Plunkett goes down due to some nefarious means by the 87-pound vest wearer on the outside. But regardless, if they don't catch it, it didn't happen. Ray Waddell going into the next round.
Days 'cause I found God.
I don't know if you can say dreams come true or prayers come true. Because this is what I wanted. The only bad part is, after I beat you, I don't get Jeremiah Plunkett because he done got his ass beat. So let me tell you something. You want to bring this little thing out here? The pink flamingo? Yeah! That's all right, because I got somebody to keep an eye on you. Hit that music.
Yukon Jack looking like he wants to even the odds. Buzzed Up has the pink flamingo out by the ring. This is your first match of your second round. Buzzed Up and Yukon Jack. Looks like the fans tell home of Tennessee are getting a little better at throwing those streamers. Who's Yukon Jack bringing out to be in his corner?
I'm honestly not sure.
Fans, the only thing we know right now is that there are no good pitchers in Oklahoma, Tennessee because they can't throw a streamer. So I know they can't throw a baseball. That's Wild Side Chris Champion.
Oh my God! He doesn't meet the weight requirements.
No, I believe he's just a corner man. There's security not doing the job, throwing streamers instead. At least they're trying to help the show. Wild Side Chris Champion and Buzzed Up have a sordid past. One-time best friends. The reason Chris Champion's wrestling career is over is due to Buzzed Up beating him in a match. Yukon Jack has some kind of weapon. That's a kendo stick with barbed wire on the end. This isn't a hardcore tournament. I don't know what Jack thinks is going on, and surely referee Ricky Bell is not going to allow that.
Kendo stick on its own sucks. Kendo stick wrapped in barbed wire, I think we'd like to call that a dick move.
Yeah, that could definitely be a dick move. I mean, maybe it's because the Flamingo has that croquet mallet. There's another lovely fan getting in front of the camera. I do want to add that I do know for a fact that the camera area was taped off, but you gotta apologize. Not everybody can read in that town.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your first match in the semifinals. Introducing the corner to my right, weighing in at 420 pounds, accompanied by the Flamingo from Evansville, Indiana, Buzz Duff! And in the corner to my left, weighing in at 212 pounds on the left side and 214 pounds on the right side, from Tullahoma, Tennessee, accompanied by Chris Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Yukon Jack! Your referee's Ricky Bell.
Yukon Jack accompanied by Wildside Chris Champion. That definitely throws a wrinkle into this. Chris Champion, a legendary performer for the NWA and WCW under a couple different names, as well as the USWA. And as you can tell by his leather jacket, he's a very big fan of the Suicide Squad. Buzzed Up and the Flamingo representing the Carney Club. Yukon Jack does not want to give up that kendo stick wrapped in barbed wire. Probably can't blame him, but still, this isn't a hardcore tournament.
Sure. It's not bad to have an equalizer.
You would think it was enough that he tried to even things up and bring out Wildside Chris Champion. Again, just the sworn enemy to Buzzed Up. And
Chris is pretty unpredictable as it is.
Very much so. Yukon starting this hot, just beating the crap out of Buzz in the corner. Yukon Jack not sporting his usual purple mohawk, and that was actually due to Jeremiah Plunkett and Buzzed Up. They gave him a little haircut a few months prior to this tournament. It looks like Yukon's not so happy about that, and there he goes again. This isn't going to be a wrestling match. I think this is just going to be a fight.
This is just a big thump in the corner by Yukon.
Stones and Clan there. No Mercy on the 64. Very much so. I still own my 64, my copy of No Mercy. That rather ample posterior of Yukon Jack into the gut of Buzzed Up, followed by a big right hand.
You pointed out that Yukon Jack doesn't have his purple mohawk. Oh, okay, well.
You want to say it or you want me to?
I'll let you take this one.
Dick move.
Oh, Yukon. I mean, when you got to get the job done, you got to get the job done, and there's no love lost here. I was going to say, you talked about Yukon Jack not sporting the purple mohawk. He's also not sporting the polka dotted singlet I'm used to seeing.
Well, it looks like he's trying to pull a Macho Man Randy Savage, and between each round change his outlook, because he had in the first round had the polka dotted singlet, a tribute to Dusty Rhodes, and as you can see wrapped around the ring post, he still has the polka dotted headband that he wore out in tribute to his idol, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Of course, Yukon Jack, the promoter of SWF.
In out of the ring.
Yeah, I think he realized he was in between a rock and a hard place. Chris Champion on one side, Yukon Jack on the other, and the quickest way out was the straight line, straight through the middle of the ring.
And that barbed wire kendo stick right in the middle. Nearest Chris Champion.
Yeah, Chris Champion extremely unpredictable, known to blow fire. You know, at one point WCW was known as Yoshi Kwan. He's a legit martial arts expert. And Buzzed Up thought he was going to get a collar and elbow tie up. I don't know what Buzz was thinking. That's not going to happen with Yukon Jack.
Buzzed Up.
Yeah, Yukon's out more for punishment, biting the man. Yukon, as I was saying, the promoter of SWF wanted to give it one shot to see, you know, he's been around the business a long time, a veteran of not only wrestling, but is he calling for the stink face?
I believe he is. That's what I know that as.
Oh, Lord. I think he's trying to work Buzz down. get him in the corner to do the stink face.
Buzz needs to get out of there.
He's just cramming him in the corner. He's biting his chest. Is he biting his nipple?
He very well may be.
The shirt is pulled to the side. Yukon Jack was biting Buzzed Up's nipple. Extremely unorthodox. What I was going to say before that very disturbing offensive maneuver is that Yukon, not only a veteran of professional wrestling, but a veteran of the Jerry Springer Show, being on that show multiple times. And back to the thumps with a little twerk beforehand.
I think Yukon Jack is trying to tell Buzz that he's going to work.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Yukon known as Mr. Entertainment. And I think as he sees he has the upper hand, you're going to get more of that entertainment value out of Yukon Jack. But, well, maybe I spoke too soon. It looks like he should have spent a little less time entertaining and a little more time getting on Buzzed Up. And now Buzz has a few receipts.
Fight mentality.
Big, heavy elbow. Looks like it hurt both men as Buzzed Up landed ribs first right on top of Yukon, trying to put as much weight behind that elbow as humanly possible.
Buzz went for showing off a little bit, but he's not much of a people person.
No, Buzz has very few friends. He's got the guys in the Carney Club, and that's pretty much it. Buzz with those driving elbows, not like a Bionic elbow, not overhead and brought straight down, but just straight point of the elbow. Yeah, point of the elbow to the eye or to the forehead.
Looks like the Pink Flamingo's getting involved. Where's Chris Champion at?
Chris Champion surprisingly just standing in the corner and complaining to the referee, but that's not helping at all.
Oh, that's just making the situation worse. Just got firmly behind Yukon Jack.
Yeah, I think all the people in the first round who cheered for Buzzed Up have turned right back around, and Buzz getting into it with Chris, knowing Chris is going to distract the referee and just give the Flamingo more time. Buzzed Up just looking at Chris Champion's way. I don't know what he's saying, but the fact is that Buzzed Up is, again, the reason Chris Champion is not in the wrestling ring anymore. Chris Champion put his wrestling career on the line, and Buzzed Up beat him handily. So Buzz just standing. Oh God, surfing on him.
Oh my God.
That's 420 pounds on the spine of Yukon Jack. And normally you would think, oh, it's a big guy, it's against another big guy, but that adds nothing when you're right on the spine.
Doesn't matter, especially when you start on the lower back like that.
And again, Buzz allowing allowing his emotions to get the best of him and distracting the referee. The referee telling Buzz, try to finish it. Wait, what's Chris got? Chris has a taser. Chris is chasing the Flamingo around the ring with a taser.
That is a live taser.
Flamingo is running for his life, walking the barricade.
Oh my God. There's that unpredictability of Chris Champion.
And the ref's just distracted with the situation going on.
You just hit him with a Flamingo?
Hit him with a croquet mallet. Wrapped in pink duct tape, obviously.
Okay.
He's got to fit the motif and bonsai drop. It's over. Chris Champion, he tried to do his part and keep the Flamingo out of the match, but it ended up causing a distraction. Buzzed Up gets the croquet mallet and the croquet mallet to the face, and that's it. Buzzed Up is going to the finals of the 2016 one-ton tournament.
If I were these two, I wouldn't stick around if Chris Champion has a taser.
I thought this was a super heavyweight tournament. Super heavyweight! I'll eat both of yourself for breakfast.
Introducing on the floor to my left, accompanied by Glenn Moore, weighing in at 308 pounds from anywhere but Tullahoma, Tennessee, superstar Ray Waddell. And to my right, weighing in at 404 pounds from Chicago Heights, Illinois, Bull Bronson. And your referee is Rob Knight. Good luck, Rob.
You almost cut off the referee introduction. What are you doing, Jesse?
Sorry. I really wanted to let the people know that it really looks like Ray Waddell wants nothing to do with Bull Bronson.
Yeah, I believe Bull said that he would eat both you chumps for lunch. Talking, of course, about Portland Moore and Ray Waddell, and probably with the weights together, they might equal or become close to Bull Bronson. You've got 308 pounds and 87 pounds. Yeah, maybe.
I think they're both going to get in there.
This is highly irregular. I wish the referee would tuck his shirt in. It's driving me crazy right now. Bull Bronson is ready for a fight, and it seems the fans are a little more behind Bull Bronson.
Did they just transform or morph?
I think they transformed. Yeah, well, they did. What kind of car would they have been before? I didn't hear the. I'm not even going to try to do the sound effect. I was going to. I thought better of it. If I was the one drinking the wine doing this commentary, I probably would have attempted.
There's your bell.
All right, well, the match has finally started, and the fans now chanting, "Bull's going to kill you." I'm sure that really makes Ray comfortable.
I mean, just from what I've seen from Bull in the past, I don't feel like that's much of a stretch of the truth.
Yeah, Bull, not from the best part of town in Chicago Heights, Illinois. He's literally fought all his life. And Ray Waddell, while a very accomplished wrestler, doesn't want to pick a fight with Bull Bronson. Bull Bronson is a bad man.
True. I think Ray Waddell's best bet is to get those strikes, hit him hard, hit him fast, and get the hell out of there.
He's not going to do that locking horns with Bull Bronson.
First mistake.
Yeah, something we haven't seen in this tournament, the old lock-up shove-off, but with this size difference, yeah, definitely this is looking in favor of Bull Bronson, but you can't count Ray Waddell out, especially with his little friend outside the ring.
He does call himself the favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, superstar Ray Waddell.
That's just such a long gimmick, man. Yeah, that forearm did absolutely nothing.
He was mistaken. I heard a fan say, "Don't turn around," but he didn't have a choice.
I wonder if that would work. I wonder if Ray just never turned around and Bull would never hit him.
I don't think Bull's that polite.
Yeah, I think Bull would get tired of waiting eventually.
He was going to hit him regardless. Right to the back.
Yeah, this is definitely a size mismatch, like we saw him actually in Bull's first round. First round, his opponent barely over 300 pounds, and Bull just dominated him.
There you go, Ray. Slide on out.
Yeah, Ray's best bet, I mean, honestly, would be Ray's wanting a timeout. We actually do have, for the Super Heavyweight tournament, we did enforce a 20 count. Which right now, I bet Jeremiah Plunkett and Yukon Jack, the people who partnered to put this together, are not happy with that decision. Because it looks like Ray's probably going to take every last second of that.
That's what I'm blaming. He's got it, use it.
I don't know, he only used about 8. He's being very conservative.
Probably a customer count.
You know, you're probably right with that. You know, the rules may, I'm sure they were explained to the wrestlers, but, you know, they're wrestlers, they don't listen. Ray attacking that knee. Ray doing something smart here. Kick to Achilles heel as well. And, well, that didn't weaken anything.
Need to win to stop it. You can't stop a train.
Bull throwing those flipper forearms and just Ray's head just went up. And then with the elbow. Yeah, without a doubt, Ray's head just went back and forth, and someone probably knocked the camera. Thank you again, Telehoma fans. Up leg drop, that's over. That's a finish anywhere.
Pops his head like a pimple.
I don't know how a man kicks out of a leg drop off the ropes, brother.
From the leg of that dude.
Yeah, and his hip is real.
He still somehow has more hair.
He couldn't afford the extensions. Maybe if he wins this tournament, you'll see Bull Bronson with a sweet head of platinum hair. In all seriousness, we have Bull Bronson. Looks like he's doing the old cranium crunch a la Kona Crunch or Great Khali. Okay, we'll stick with Kona Crunch. Just pushing in on the temples from each side. I mean, it's not fancy, but it can do a lot of damage.
Speaking of not fancy,
Jaw jacker.
definitely effective.
I'll give this one to you. I had the last one.
Absolute dick move. But in this situation, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, Bull's not the guy you want to meet in a dark alley, and if you do, you might as well kick him in the nuts. That might be the only chance you have to get out of said dark alley.
You really better hope he doesn't get back up.
There's that knee we saw earlier from Ray Waddell, still not taking Bull off his feet.
A for effort on that crossbody.
Yeah, I mean, it looks beautiful in execution, not so much in impact.
Fine. Love that.
There's a crossbody. 404 pounds of crossbody.
Bronson willingly left his feet just to take Ray Waddell down.
And there's the 87-pound Cortland Moore doing his best to distract the referee and Bull Bronson.
That looks like a mini Bull Bronson.
You know, now that you mention it.
All vest, no chest.
All vest, no chest. I like it. Oh, there's a big left hand from the southpaw. Yeah, that looks like a head that you can break a knuckle on.
He's probably seen many fists and probably broken just as many.
Yeah, as I've mentioned before, growing up in the bad streets of Chicago Heights, Illinois. Yeah, switch to the forearm and elbow. That'll probably be better for your hand.
The hardest part of the body.
Dropped it to the knee. I mean, he definitely, I don't know if he had this game plan going in, but he's definitely developed one. He's got him in, looks like a modified STF. He's pulling back with the arms instead of the legs. He's really putting pressure on that knee. He's going to have to ground Bull Bronson. They'll kind of negate the power that Bronson has.
Going off something you said, I don't think Bull Bronson is the guy you go to the ring with without a plan. He's one of those guys you really want to pick something and stick with it if you get a chance.
Yeah, and I think Ray had seen his opportunity after those first kicks to the knee. It took a little while to be effective, but it's going pretty effective for Ray Waddell now. Bull Bronson is down. He's clutching at that knee. And we definitely have a game plan. We saw in the first match, Ray Waddell was doing a lot of strikes with Plunkett, and they're going strike for strike. I think he realized doing that with Bull Bronson is almost a death sentence.
That's not smart. You need to stop playing to the crowd too. Bull Bronson is one of those guys that put you in your ass in a heartbeat.
Yeah, all it takes is Bull Bronson getting to his feet. Now he's just trying to choke the life out of the big man. Here's the only downside, and there's Cortland Moore hanging all 87 pounds off Bull Bronson's chin. Here's the downside of being 404 pounds. Even though he has a nearly 100-pound weight advantage, you do get winded a lot easier. And then when you get the air choked out of you, why is he laying Bull Bronson up? Bull Bronson, Ray Waddell needs to get Bull back down. Elbows, elbows, chops, punches, right to the jaw and the chest.
Is that our first suplex of the night?
I believe that is our first suplex of the night.
Got it too by Ray Waddell.
You have to give it to Ray. I mean, he's taking some big shots. The big crossbody.
He's gonna throw him from the wall.
This kid is going to die. This kid is definitely about to die.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Powerbomb. Yep, Portland Moore is dead.
Ray Waddell is connecting that huge rolling elbow. Two of them.
We saw it put Plunkett down in position for the moonsault earlier in the night. It looks like he's going for the same on Bull right now.
Gotta hurry though. Oh, and Bull was not there. Nobody home for Ray Waddell.
No water in the pool. Bill Bronson got out of the way, getting a chance to get his wind. Looks like all the wind driven out of Ray Waddell. Bull's trying to recover from the onslaught that he was getting from Ray Waddell.
I want to say that Portland Moore probably is about 2 to 3 seconds away from winning the funeral.
Big Samoan drop. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, and that's it. Bull crashing all 404 pounds on top of Ray Waddell with a Samoan drop, and he goes on to the finals. Buzzed Up versus Bull Bronson, the finals of your 2016 one-ton tournament coming up.
Days 'cause I found God.
And as for the inaugural one-ton tournament trophy, in the corner to my left, weighing in at 420 pounds, from Evansville, Indiana, accompanied by the Flamingo, Buzz Dog! And to my right, weighing in at 404 pounds, from Chicago Heights, Illinois, Bull Bronson!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's the main event, the finals of the 2016 one-ton tournament. Buzzed Up with the Flamingo. Buzzed Up wearing his main event singlet, and the Flamingo wearing his main event gold vest versus Big Bull Bronson, clad in all black. Referee, former TNA ref, Ricky Bell, and this is for all the marbles. This is when we find out who is the Bull of the Woods in the super heavyweight division.
Fight. Nothing pretty about this one.
Yeah, we're starting off with shoving both these guys, fairly confident with their performance, and I don't see any pretty chain wrestling, high-flying maneuvers. I see a fight. The fans are firmly behind Bull Bronson. Yeah, Buzzed Up again, like we said, a regular for the SWF here in Tullahoma, Tennessee. Bull Bronson out of Chicago Heights, Illinois. They're arguing about who's going to take it home, but I think the words are about to stop and the fists are about to fly.
It's not very often you see a guy that's taller than Buzz, bigger than Buzz.
Yeah, Buzzed Up usually is the bigger guy in the ring, and weight-wise, he is big right hand from Bull Bronson. These guys are going to start out trading.
Come on, big boy.
Buzz with those quick rights. Bull with those now forearms and thunderous right hands. Yeah, we saw in the Ray Waddell match, each time one of those forearms hits and that elbow hits, the head just goes like a bobblehead. Sorry, I was distracted and blinded by the glittery vest of Flamingo. I almost didn't see the eye poke, and then there's that driving elbow we talked about from Buzzed Up. A couple jabs.
Now, from here, from where we're sitting, it looked like that was a fork on the back of Buzz's singlet.
Yeah, Buzz has been known in no DQ events, places where he can get away with a little more, to pull a fork out and stab his opponent. That's actually what he did in that match where he ended Chris Champion's wrestling career, stabbed him repeatedly in the head with a fork. Looks like Buzz is playing tribute to that on the back of his main event singlet. Oh yeah, he did. He looks like he's been waiting to pull that up. Oh! Buzzed Up off his feet, one clothesline, all it took, and Buzz is rolling for the fences. I mean, one clothesline and Buzzed Up hits the ground. That doesn't happen too often. That just proves how powerful Bull Bronson is.
I'm watching two cars just run head on at each other.
Think about the size of two cars running head on into each other. Buzz walking away. I don't think he realized Bull is behind him. And Flamingo's telling him, and we're on the outside. This is actually the first time I think we had any significant action on the outside between competitors. What better time to happen in the main event? And the hardware comes in. I wonder if that surfboard is going to be used.
I can only hope so. I guess the rules are a little more relaxed in this match.
Yeah, and for the whole tournament, I'm actually surprised this is the only match that took advantage of them. Not only did they that 20 count, and it looks like the ref's not even administering that. I believe I saw the ref on the outside of the ring. Yep, there he is, Ricky Bell on the outside of the ring. He's not even administering the 20 count. You know, we don't want a champion to win by count out. And God forbid there be a double count out, then what would we do? It looks like he's just going to let everything fly. Disqualifications are at ref discretion. So yeah, it does look like Ricky Bell with his experience is just going to let things fly. Now Buzz has a chair, playing possum and right to the ribs.
So there's a possibility we could see a fork come out.
A very strong possibility. Buzz usually right to the lower back. Buzz normally wears it around his neck when he's going to use it, but he does have the Flamingo at ringside. It could be in his pocket. Oh, to the head, unprotected. Yeah, Bull Bronson unable to get his hands up, but Bull's still on his feet, to his credit.
Like we said before, Bull's fought his whole life.
I love a good back break.
Feels really good and hurts at the same time.
Buzzed Up, one of the wittiest guys in professional wrestling. Now's not a big time to be witty. Not only is he getting his eyes raked, Bull Bronson is biting him. And Buzz rolls back into the safety of the ring. Well, safe for now while Bull Bronson's on the outside. The ref pleading with him, please don't use that chair. But Buzz is setting it up in the corner. Bull's just ready to strike.
That chair came into play with the right one in Buzz's favor.
And I'm not sure that Bull Bronson saw Buzz setting up that chair. I mean, no disrespect to Buzz, but he's a wide man. I don't know that Bull saw it. Bull's coming in again. Buzz moved. I don't think he saw it. He ran head and shoulders first right into that chair. I don't know why Buzz isn't capitalizing on this. I don't know how Bull's getting to his feet right now.
He's rocked in the head with a steel chair. He just ran into the chair. He's got an elbow to the head.
Buzz has to be wondering what he has to do to take Bull off his feet. I mean, he's hit him. How is this? No way. No way he could do this.
Giant chokeslam.
Buzzed Up just chokeslammed 404-pound 6'4" Bull Bronson. I think he's going for that bonsai off the ropes that he's been using.
Nobody's home.
And I'm not sure, but by the placement of Buzz's hands, I think he sat on his nuts.
That's a self-inflicted dick move. Bull Bronson climbing those ropes.
Big Vader bomb.
Bull Bronson with the win.
Bull Bronson avoiding the bonsai splash, taking over with the big Vader bomb, and Bull Bronson is your 2016 one-ton tournament champion. And the people, the first ever one-ton tournament champion. The people of Tullahoma, Tennessee are behind him. That trophy being given to Bull Bronson. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed history, and now come the guys from the locker room. We see Jeremiah Plunkett, Chris Mack, Yukon Jack. Let's see who else we got. Looks like we have Danny Copus, Heavy D, Ray Waddell. These guys are surrounding the ring. Bull's showing off that trophy, but he looks a little confused. The wrestlers are paying the ultimate respect to Bull Bronson as they fill the ring with those streamers, giving him a standing ovation. Bull Bronson has earned this trophy, and Buzzed Up now standing in the ring. Are we going to see sportsmanship out of Buzzed Up?
The winner of the inaugural one-ton tournament, Bull Bronson!
Referee Ricky Bell once again making it official, raising Bull Bronson's hand, and let's throw it to Bull Bronson.
Oh, I drove a long way for this. Jesus Christ. Clean on my face, but you know, last couple weeks was shit for me. Absolute garbage. I don't even know what to say. Hey, this just proves that super heavyweights can go. It ain't all about them little assholes flipping around. There ain't nobody better than Bull Bronson. And there ain't nobody better than... Son of a bitch. There's nobody better than the rest of these fat bastards here. Let's let all you guys to come out and support us. Here.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for the 2016 one-ton tournament. As you can hear the fans chanting the name of your 2016 one-ton tournament champion, Bull Bronson. We'll see you next year for the next one-ton tournament.
Thank you all for coming out tonight and supporting the one-ton tournament. This is not a one-time thing. We'll be back here next year and have the same tournament.